Okay, before I get too carried away and tear down of all this stuff, everybody worries about Mache and rain. Here it is.
What you want, what you want.
It rained for 4 days straight. I mean, it rained off and on during October, but then right before Halloween, for 4 days, it just rained and rained and rained and rained and rained and just kept on raining. Let's have a look and we'll see how everything survived. All the old pumpkins, we saw him earlier. These guys are still alive. They're out here, every one of them. This one held all kinds of water in here. I had to come out here and flip him over and dump the water out of it. But they're still here. He's still here. The pumpkin spiders, they're still here. All these guys up on the roof, even the pumpkin demon, who I didn't really seal that well, is good. The little dude, I didn't ever seal him, which I should have, but I didn't. But he's still here. This guy, how you doing? Did you get in the rain? Was it rainy? Yeah, but you made it, right? You good? Yeah, I thought you were good too. The old guy here, he still looks good. The old hag, she's still in good shape. Everything's good, she's looking good. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be truthful here. Don't get it wrong, rain and the weather can have an adverse effect on all this stuff. This old witch, you know, the eyeballs come loose or whatever, her hands have kind of moved a little bit because they probably weren't sealed the best, but she's, I don't know, she's 8 years at least, 8 years in service, out in the rain, whatever. She's still pretty good. And then even this dude, this is like, this is one of those first skulls that, you know, that did a replica over a blank skull, and this is real thin. This doesn't have any clay on it, nothing. This is just thin newspaper. He's alive. I got another one over there that's alive. Now, don't get me wrong, some of those have died over the years. It happens. But some of them have lasted. It's all about sealing your stuff up. When I started this whole journey of doing Mache work, I never had an intention of bringing it in out of the rain, because to me, what was the point in putting display stuff up for people to see if I had to run out every single time I thought it was going to rain and pull everything back in? Yeah, there's a lot of time involved in a lot of this stuff. I seal it all up, we put it out there, see how it does. Most everything has survived. Even these guys are full Mache corpses. They've made it. These hands, you see I've got a wire on this hand. Cheating these a little bit. They didn't get sealed up the best because all of this, there's no real structure underneath this. This is all Mache. The only thing that's got structure is the main spine going up is made out of PVC. Everything else on these was just Mache. And over time with some moisture, that would want to sag these things down, so I snag those up a little bit, hold them hands into place so it rains too much, they stay in place and dry back out. There's little tips and tricks, there's things you can do, but don't be afraid. Yeah, you can totally put your Mache props out for October. If you followed my channel for any amount of time, you know that my Mache paste is wood glue and water. That provides a little extra at the beginning. And then it's sealed. They're all sealed a couple different times to add that extra, you know, protection from the weather. But if it fails, it fails. It's water and glue. It's water, glue, newspapers, some paint. Yes, you get your time invested in it. I understand that. And those creations, you don't want them to fall apart. But sometimes they do. But you didn't have a lot invested. You don't have a couple $100 in one pumpkin invested. You just got some stuff. So it's not that bad. And I'll be super honest about a lot of this stuff. A lot of my Mache stuff has lasted way longer than any kind of prop that was like a latex mask or something foam filled with latex cover over the outside, because I leave my stuff out and that stuff in the sun cracks, falls apart after a couple of years. I got some of this stuff going on 10 plus years. But check this out. I told you guys that it rained for 4 days. Look at this. This thing is holding water. I'm going to dump it out in just a minute. Holding water.